We got UFC 320 tomorrow. We got Ankalaev and Pereira 2, the rematch in a light heavyweight division. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bruv, that's an absolute banger of a fight. We got Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen for the bantamweight title. And also we got a light heavyweight clash in Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Rountree. So let's get right into this. We got Ankalaev and Pereira 2. And I'm not gonna lie, for this specific rematch, it's going to be fire. Ankalaev caused him so much problems in the striking department in the last fight, which I didn't think Alex really expected. He was very, very heavily, wrestling centric with stuff in the takedowns and obviously in terms of scared of the potential ground game of Ankalaev. But when it comes to Alex Pereira, if he wants to win this fight, he has to go blow for blow with him, and he has to potentially knock him out with that power of a left hook that he has. But he has to maintain his distance, utilize his striking, and also just be able to snuff his takedowns like he did of the last fight, and also just get off the cage. With Ankalaev, if he implements the same game plan that he implemented in the first fight, I'm pretty sure he'll come out with a win, because his striking was fantastic. Pereira didn't expect that his boxing for him to be that clean. His kicks, his utilization of his ability to measure distance, and also his clinch work. If he could be able to reiterate that in the first fight like he did in the previous fight that he had with Pereira, I'm not going to lie, Pereira might have himself a long night. But I'm going Ankalaev decision, even though I do want Pereira to win, because I do think when he's more of an active champion, especially with his previous bouts where he had with Yuri Prohaska twice, the fights that he also had with Khalil Rountree, and yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. And also the fight he had with Jamal Hill. So yeah, man, I'm going to looking forward to that main event. But now we got Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. I'm sorry, Merab's just going to ragdoll him. I just think the relentless pressure, the cardio, the aggression in terms of his takedowns, and just the ruthlessness of how constant he is in a 5-round bout. Merab Dvalishvili by decision like he always does, and he's going to cement himself as the best bantamweight in history. With Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Rountree, that's the fight I'm looking forward to the most. They both beat convincingly, Jamal Hill. Well, Rountree did it over, obviously, a 5-rounder and UFC Azerbaijan, and obviously Yuri Prohaska KO'd his ass. It was a fantastic fight. But nonetheless, I think Yuri Prohaska just has a little bit more about him. He's very awkward in his level of striking. I know, obviously, Khalil Rountree possesses that level of Muay Thai prowess that he possesses in terms of his level of striking, but I think Yuri Prohaska is very awkward. He maintains range fantastically well. He hits you at very different angles, and I just think also his ground game is better. So I'm going for Yuri Prohaska, and that's for me to end the night on for UFC 320. So I'm going for Ankalaev decision, I'm going Merab Dvalishvili decision, and I'm also thinking Yuri Prohaska potentially even by a knockout. But let's see how the fights go. Hope you enjoy UFC 320, and let's get it.